Welcome to Be Chic Not Bougie. I'm your host Alicia, alongside DJ Richie. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I am so exhausted, but we're gonna keep pushing. It's been a minute. Welcome back. We're back. We're here. We're live.
Good.
I mean, there's been so much that has happened in the past couple of weeks.
A lot. You got to see Mary J.
Mary J. Blige, she's my heart, she's my world, she's my everything.
How was the show?
It was amazing. Well, okay, the thing is we were supposed to have the show last week, but honestly, I kind of had a feeling I was going to go to Mary J. Blige concert, so I wrote the script anyways, and then last minute was like, boom, we got tickets. Now, we were rushing to get down there, so we missed everything in the beginning.
Oh.
But no, it's okay, because we saw all of Mary. Like, we literally walked in for Mary's concert.
That's dope.
So we missed Nas, my husband, but it's okay. He's my husband, so I can always see him anytime.
Anytime, of course.
But we got to see him twice throughout her performance.
Okay.
Honestly, I've always said this, like Mary's, like you can feel her pain in her music.
Is she still hurt? I'm sorry, I just got.
Is she still paying alimony?
No,
yes.
I'm just saying, like,
so she's still hurt.
From waiting to exhale, I'm not gonna cry to now. Like, she's still
hurt. She's still going through it. But you know what? I feel her. Like, I feel like as you get older, you think that the bullshit ends. It does not. Okay? If anything, you have more bullshit that adds to your life. So, no, like her performance was dope. Her outfits were amazing. Dapper Dawn, I think it was Dapper Dawn that styled some of her outfits. And P. Diddy's, what's his first baby mother's name? I forget it, but she's
Kim.
Huh?
You think Kim is baby mother?
No, not that one. Not Christian's mom. Is it?
Isn't Christian the oldest?
Is it Christian? Okay, there's Christian, and then there's Justin.
Yeah.
Justin's mom. What's that the M something company, that style, MXM, MGM, what's that? Anyways,
you're asking
I'm asking the wrong person. Sorry, I'm a little like, trying to get it together. Anywho, I'm going to pull it up when we're talking midway. But anyways, the outfits were like on point. I loved her outfits, her hats, her boots. It's just her signature, right? Her boots are her signature. So some people, like, my homegirl was like, whatever with these shorts and this. I'm like, I love it. That's just Mary. So you can't expect.
How old is she now?
She's 48.
Cool.
That's good. I mean, she looks amazing.
I'd have to see her. No, I used to love her when I was younger.
I'd have to see her. She's still in shape. Okay. She is, like, her skin is glowing. And she genuinely, to me, looks amazing. There's nothing that I could be like, she's all right. Like, she looks great. So, I'm just very proud of her. Like, she did her thing. The place was almost, like, pretty much sold out. Not sold out, but it was pretty much.
Where was it? ACC?
The Budweiser stage.
Budweiser, okay.
So, yeah, no, I highly enjoyed it. I would definitely go again to her concert. And I'm not one to be like, I'm going to do it twice. But I will do it twice, 3 times, 4 times. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. And then the moves are still there. I don't know. Like, I just feel like as I get older, I feel like my moves are kind of, like, slowing down. But I'm not even close to her age yet, so the fact that...
Well, I mean, she's doing it on a regular basis,
But then you think, like, because, again, there's some artists that you look at, you're just like, oh, they don't got it like they used to. And, they have the training choreographer and stuff like that. So, with that being said, it's a must-see if you haven't seen her. Next time she comes, like, we're going to go. But aside from that, I'm trying to think. Like, the weekends have been good. It's been busy. Planning with my mom's 70th birthday party. I know it's a big number, right?
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's just a lot going on. I'm tired. But, I'm alive and I'm healthy, so I can't complain, and I'll keep pushing. How about you? How was your week? How was your weekend?
Mine was good. Speaking of birthday parties, we had my mom's 65th
on
Friday.
Blessings to her.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
Did the whole banquet hall thing.
Yeah.
And had like a whole Scrabble theme, because Scrabble, she's like a big Scrabble fan.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so my sister like put it all together, and it was super dope. They had like a table in the front with like Scrabble pieces and some spelled out words like fabulous, beautiful, all these things, and then you just had like random Scrabble pieces just laid around, and then pictures of her, as growing up, like old school pictures, and then coming up. So that was super dope. Like I said, my sister, big shout out to her. She did it all.
She did her thing.
Yeah. So the party went off really well. That was Friday. Saturday, I played at a house party, and that was super dope. House parties are like a vibe. You know what I mean? When people know, like,
house parties are the vibe.
Yeah, they're safe and everything. Like, house parties are super, super dope. So I had a lot of fun doing that. And then Sunday was kind of just a relaxed day, chill. I was with my daughter, so we chilled out, watched some football, helped her with her homework a little bit.
Okay.
And, yeah, that was the weekend.
Have you watched Top Boy?
I haven't started yet because I have a series. I have a list of series that I'm going through, so
I need you to get on it.
On the list.
No,
I'm finishing Snowfall now.
I need you to get on it because
Snow.
I want us to do. Well, I guess we'll talk about it, but I want us to talk about it on the show. I don't want to like ruin anything.
No, we can talk about it next week. I'll be done by next week.
Okay, so as long as we're done by next week,
I'll be done for sure.
Tardy for the Party is our special guest, but you'll be seeing them shimmer over once it gets settled. Okay, so they'll be sitting down and joining us throughout the conversation. We're definitely because they'll be seeing you guys shimmy sitting down beside me. So in the meantime, between time, we're just gonna get into our Stay Woke news updates. Yeah, we might as well get into that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Ontario's new career studies curriculum, actually. No, this is wrong.
Oh, that was the other one.
Disregard. You know what,
story.
Richie? You're gonna have to go into events right now because I am disoriented at this moment.
I have a couple of events. This one I didn't really know.
What is wrong? Today's not the day. Go ahead.
So happening on Thursday,
yes.
Lizzo is coming to town.
Is she?
Yeah. So apparently this is her second time in Toronto. She was here in May, and I don't think she had the buzz that she has right now. Obviously, since I think she performed on, was it the VMAs or
yes, she did
some type of music award show.
MTV
or something like that.
She probably performed on all of them at this point.
Probably, yeah. And she has a few songs. Like I was going through the Billboard charts, the hip hop charts the other day, and she has like about two to three, maybe 4 songs on there right now. So she's definitely doing her thing. Thursday, September 19th is the Toronto stop on her "Cause I Love You" tour. So that's happening also inside the Budweiser stage. Showtime is at 8 o'clock and tickets are on sale for $90 apparently on Ticketmaster. So check that out if you're a Lizzo fan. And just one more event happening on Saturday, which is Yush, which is a boat cruise. It's a party and now they're doing like the boat cruise edition. Yush Big Ship edition on the River Gambler. Music is going to be by Starting From Scratch and Specs the Boss. So, you know, that's a heavyweight team right there. Boat sails out at 10 p.m. and returns at 2 a.m. And tickets are on sale for $30. So check that out. I mean, you might have to wear a jacket because it's a little bit colder. Although today was pretty warm.
Yeah.
And they say this Sunday is supposed to be like 28 degrees or something.
Is it?
That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but... Oh, feel free. Please join us.
Feel free.
But yeah, so that's what's going on this weekend.
Okay, that sounds good. Actually, another event that I wanted to bring up, I forgot to send it to you, Richie, but we're bringing it up a couple of times throughout the week. So if you're looking to do a Halloween party, Friday, November the 1st, it would be a Halloween extravaganza, music by Nitro, A-Team, special guest DJ Flair, and admission would be $20, and for tickets, you have to contact 416-660-7715, and the venue is to be announced. So get in contact with them. Rewind, slow it down if you want to get an idea. Yeah, these ladies are here. Hi, how are you doing? No shade, because I was late too, so I'm not going to act like I was out here early and on time. Right? So I just slid on in at a little after 9. So our special guest today would be Shem, to my far left, and Alexis. So you ladies will be joining the conversation a bit soon. And we'll be talking girl talk and, you know, girl code. So I definitely want all of us to kind of join. I know Richie's not a female, but, you know, he has input punting. So we're going to have that conversation a little soon. But I'll get into Stay Woke news updates. So a woman was struck by a dump truck after stepping off to a streetcar in City's Harbor Village neighborhood this morning. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah. It was so random. Oh gosh.
No. And like the week before, it was I think it was.
I heard a cement truck.
Another truck.
That one.
The cement truck. Yeah. So like people, please look before you cross the street. I don't know. It didn't say, but it said it happened on Bathurst Street and Ulster Street before 9 a.m. A witness tells that the streetcar was stopped when the dump truck was traveling right in the right lane, and it went past it, opened its doors, and struck the woman. So the witness said that the driver of the streetcar had honked their horn and apparently attempted to get the dump truck to stop prior to the incident, but no avail. And the woman's injuries are not really clear at this moment, but they are obviously looking into it and trying to find out what was really going on. So please, 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 I know we all do this. We all say we look both ways. We really don't always look both ways, especially nowadays when we have, our gadgets with us. So please look around, because this is now in 2 weeks. It's been 2 separate situations or incidents. It's kind of scary. And also teach your kids, please. A male in his 20s was found in a bullet-ridden Mercedes with serious injuries following an overnight shooting in a residential part of Mississauga. So this is another thing that has been happening a lot lately as well, because I'm not understanding.
There's actually one this evening too.
Stop. And there was one yesterday, Brampton
there's one. I just got a message, but Jane on the Jane Strip, Jane and York Gate, they shot 2 people. It's pretty crazy out there.
It's not. We are not in Grand Theft Auto. We are not living top boy. Please stop. We live in Brampton, Mississauga. These are things happening recently, but the shooting is believed to have taken place in Dunmile Court and Midhurst Lane around the area at 1:50 a.m. However, the victim sped away from the scene following the shooting and was located near 4 kilometers away on here Ontario Street and Kerwin Avenue area. So, footage of the initial shooting that happened on Tuesday morning, or this morning I should say, shows that the tire tracks that are along the grass also smashed into the parked car on the driveway that appears to have been clipped by the vehicle of the victim at the scene. There's also visible trails of debris from the incident of the panel of the passenger's side doors of the Mercedes. Honestly, I can go on and on, but it's so depressing every morning to hear constantly. And then it's on the streets that we drive on. So it's just a matter of being at the wrong time at the wrong place.
But even that one, he was he was visiting somebody. It's how do you know that person is there? And then if you're the person that lives there, do you feel safe anymore? These people know where you live. That's insane. I don't know. It's crazy.
Stay safe.
He was visiting someone.
Yeah.
And the people rolled up on him there. So it's how do you know my whereabouts?
Are they're either following, you even had a snake, somebody telling your whereabouts. He's here, son. I don't know. If you guys are not watching Top Boy, I think I'm watching too much shows right now, but
stay safe.
there's kids out here they're on the street right now, they're on the block. I don't know. I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to put it on no damn show because people will be it's their fault. No. This has been happening from 19 since we were kids. And it's always the younger generation that feel they're untouchable. So I don't know. I just feel they're too young to be doing these things. I'm not sure the age of this particular person, but again, I just hope that everything works out and that we really do come to a peace very soon. But lastly, a male victim is in serious condition in the hospital after he was stabbed in a home in Milton early this morning as well. So Halton Regional Police say that they were called to a home at Scott Boulevard North on Derry Road at 4:30 a.m. and they report of an assault. The male was suffering from at least one stab wound and he was taken to the hospital with serious conditions. But they say that no one is in custody and they are actively canvassing the neighborhood for witnesses and surveillance cameras. So if you have any information, please contact 905-825-4777, extension 2415 or 2416. And that's it for Stay Woke News Updates. Credit to CP24.
That's what's up.
Okay. So time is up. We can probably do, let's start off with, should I do a question of the day before we get into your fashion buzz?
To be honest, I was going to skip the fashion buzz. I have it.
Okay.
Because it's the same one that we talked about. But
okay.
I just feel we have special guests.
We have
today,
so much to talk about.
And my fashion buzz could be next week.
Okay. What's your? Okay. So since it's, I don't know, I just feel it's, I want to ask this one question for first. Okay. So our question of the week would be, who do you think had a better summer? Hot boy, city boy summer or hot girl summer?
Y'all already know the answer.
And then you guys
Stop
share
playing.
mics, have your own mic.
Y'all already know the answer. Stop playing.
It's definitely hot girls.
You guys, come on.
Thought of now.
And why? I'm gonna give my answer.
Hot girl
too, but
summer.
why?
Yeah, no.
You think it's hot girl summer?
Hot girl summer, definitely.
Based on what?
I was gonna say, I want everybody's honest opinion.
It was a whole movement. It was, people who had no business having a hot girl summer were
having a hot girl summer. That is very true.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in between hot girl and city boy, because the city boys, because I'm used to chivalry, you know what I mean? Like, I'm used to going out and being treated like a damn well lady. And I'm not saying that guys have to do certain things, but I think the expectation is just there. So I was going out this summer. I've noticed that a lot of men have taken the back seat when it comes to, are you guys okay? Do you need anything to drink?
Do you want a jacket?
Are you all right? Do you want me to get?
But I feel like that's been happening for so long.
No, I feel just literally this summer, it licked me down. And I'm not saying it was like every dude, because there was the odd few that were still like very chivalrous. But it was just one of those situations where I'm just like, well, Sam, did everybody get the memo that it's a hot boy or city boy summer? I'm over it. So I'm saying, I know us ladies were doing our thing. We were like, forget them. We gonna buy our own drinks, have a good time. But in the back of our minds, or at least mine, I was like, what the hell is going on with this city? These boys need to step it up, because...
What? We stepped back.
And then another thing, sorry. And then they were holding back. Why? They were holding back as well when it came to...
We stepped back.
When it came to...
We didn't hear you.
When it came to...
Came to what?
Relations.
When it came to what?
Relations.
Hold on.
Coitus?
What type of relations?
You guys want to talk about?
Coitus?
So, when you're just ladies, like, we have needs, we want love too,
And
what kind of love?
Hold up.
Not love. We want to like smash. You know what I mean? Like,
so guys want to be taken out on dates. We want,
and that was the problem. That was the problem.
What's going on?
That was the problem. No, it was a real thing. It was a real thing. I'm gonna actually give you a situation that I was really pissed about. There's this one guy that I've known for a while. I hope you're watching. And I was like, like we did it before, so like, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Anywho, long story short, I'm not gonna get into it. My mom's probably like, let's stop that shit. But anywho, with that being said, I was like, let's link up, and he was just giving me the whole runaround and re-tay-tay. So I met up with him at his workplace for lunch. I brought the lunch, right? Because I was like, we could have met up, but it would take away from the time. So I was like, don't worry, I'll bring it to you. So after we had like our lunch, he was like, we should do this again, and I'm like, we're gonna smash the next time I see you. I don't know what this doing it again. And he was like, well, we're not going to until we have another like dinner date or something.
That's what's up.
Because he is not a piece of meat, and
he is.
He wants to be taken seriously, Delisa.
But he knows where my head's at. Like, I told him what I wanted.
But also, don't you have a responsibility to listen to what someone is saying? And if they don't, it's just like when a man tells a woman, I'm not interested in a relationship, and you still continue to see this person knowing they're not interested in a relationship. It's kind of the same.
I don't look at it like that. I feel like city boy, whatever.
He told you, you didn't have to guess. like he said it.
I was really sad about it.
I
don't think it's fair.
Here's the issue, and I'm not gonna dwell on it, but I thought about it. And it's just like, why can a woman leave a club at 4 o'clock in the morning and call a dude and expect like, yo, I'm pulling up, you know what it is, and it's supposed to be accepted and okay. But if a dude leaves a club and calls you at 4 o'clock in the morning in your bed, it's like, nigga,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Unless it's that special person.
If it's that dude, if it's that
it can't be anybody. It has to be a specific
person. Girls
person.
think like, bruh, if you're a part of my roster, so even if I don't talk to you in the week or I don't see you or we ain't spending no time together, the fact that I'm choosing you on this Saturday night at that time
is a privilege.
We ain't playing that game no more. We're fighting for equality too now. Y'all been fighting for equality and women's rights and all that. We got rights too.
Y'all are liars.
And
you guys are
like
just doing it for
spite.
spite.
You have the right to be like, girl, do you know what time it is? Get off my phone. Like, all of that.
Don't teach them that. Don't be telling them that stuff, okay? Don't call me and tell me that foolishness, okay? I will hang up and block and delete your ass. Don't do that to me.
I would be upset. Not the one. That means like the next time I go to make a call, like your call, like you're not there on the list anymore.
That's how you figure out who's where.
You see what I mean?
But I'd rather a guy be honest. You know what, Richie? I'm going to say this to you. I feel at the end of the day, men should be honest about what they want.
100%.
I feel men or women. I'm not going to say just men. Men and women. But I feel like this Hot Girl Summer was all about speaking our mind, letting y'all know what's up, because you guys love to say we don't ever say what we want. You're always giving mixed signals. So finally, I feel that we were on some like, this is what's up. What are you about? And then I feel like the guys, for the most part, were kind of giving mixed signals like, I want to go for a walk in the park. But then they'll be like, but I don't want a relationship. And I don't want a this. Okay, well then what do you want?
Yeah, because we also don't want to be wasting we also don't want to be wasting our sex anymore. We've realized that there's a lot of girls that we've given ourselves to that didn't deserve us. You get what I'm saying? So now it's like hold up, slow down. We now need to decide if you're worthy of us giving ourselves to you.
So you're embracing standards.
Where did this even come from? Like, since when? Like,
this summer, I'm telling you, it was this summer specifically that got me on a ride. I was watching the way men were moving, and I was like, nah, I ain't feeling this.
Because we finally realized, like, there's a lot more of y'all than there is of us. So we are actually the ones in the position of power. But because sex has been such a like commodity where men feel like I gotta do the most to get this. Well, hold up. We realized we can actually really get it from a lot more of y'all than the other way around.
Agreed.
Just from a numbers perspective.
I agree.
So now we're like, hold up. We actually got the ball is actually in our court and we about to start playing with it.
Okay. Honestly, Richie, I can't even disagree with anything that you said. Yeah, I feel that way too. But you know what? He made a lot of sense. So what we have to do now, ladies, Hot Girl Summer is over. Stand up winter, okay? This means they're looking for cuddle buddies. They want to go to movies and chill and smash. Come over and eat your snacks. Have you cook some food. Guess what? No more will we do this, okay? You put your standards up, ladies, because the way these guys are trying to move right now, I'm not with it.
We're trying to move with standards, and this is a problem. Do you hear this? We're trying to have standards and respect.
Where did your standards come from? Power. He's like, we're taking back the power. The ball's in our court. Like,
we have the power. We allowed you guys to think you have it.
You're going about it the wrong way.
We're taking it back.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna just take back your pussy power, ladies. Right? Do not give no more sex until he does what you want. He needs to pay some bills. He needs to cook for you. He needs to take you on a trip or two. Okay?
Again, y'all know.
Do what you gotta do.
There is more of you than there is of us.
And you know that you guys eventually need to have some pom pom. So hold, lock, dash for that.
But it's just
don't
like
do
any movement. All we gotta do is find a weak link. Out of every group of 5 girls, there's one in there that will give it up.
Doing it for the good quality.
And it's okay.
They're always going to be the...
Just saying, that's a y'all thing.
I hope those ones trap them and make them have beer babies and them in the lawns. So you know what?
Baby father fall. Like, what?
Settle for the weak link. Because those are the ones that are going to trap you. You know those ladies? Trap them. Don't be on birth control. Let them know that they will be your one and only.
Your one and only.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't do that. Wrap it up. Protect yourself. I ain't promoting that. Don't let me come back like, she told me not to have sex.
Look at this team. It's falling apart before my very eyes like shambles. It's just like breaking down.
I took it back. Reel it in. Okay, so get into
you went too far.
I really get back. But I mean, those are not us. Those are the ones that are, desperate enough to do it. So I'm just saying, if you want to trap them for your business. Anyhow,
you know when it gets to that part when it's like, okay, I'm gonna head out. I was walking with you, and then I'm like,
I don't know. So, questions that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. What do you feel is the most, more for you guys, what do you feel is the most challenging thing about being a female? Think about it.
So you just gonna dive in?
I'm gonna dive in because I feel like we can't really just go half-ass. Yeah. So we gotta kind of dive in. I can start if you guys feel comfortable with me starting.
Yes, please.
I feel the most difficult part of being a female is like everybody wants us to be superwoman. And I feel that we have to wear so many hats and roles and still not be emotional, even though we get our period every damn month and we know we're damn well emotional. And we have more of an excuse and reason to be. But at the same time, we get tired, you know what I mean? And so to have to go to work, to come home and cook and clean for your man, fold his laundry, be his therapist, all these things above, I think that The expectation of women nowadays are so high, whereas men, it's kind of like, I know you guys have, you're the provider, but for the most part, a lot of women are providers as well. So I feel like we are in a role where it's kind of like, it's challenging. I think every day as we get older, I start to realize that like how much shit is really on our plate versus a man, especially being in a relationship. Like I feel like although you're supposed to be the head of the household as a man, I feel like the woman really is the head of the household. Like she does that shit. Like she's supposed to be taking care of the home, doing everything, and she's still working. So I don't know. For me, I just feel like the most challenging part of being a woman is being a woman. Like I feel like they want us to look good and do all these things above and to still give some sex at the end of the night.
Yeah,
like I'm
that's
tired.
what I was gonna say, but more in the terms of it's stressful because it's kind of like, especially in terms of relationships, you'll have a man that wants you to be very feminine and very like, let me be the man in the situation, you be the girl, you do whatever. But then, like, you want this traditional person, but then at the same time, like, I want you to be independent. I don't want you to be a gold digger. I want you to look a certain way, but don't be like, one of these girls that are out here for everybody. And it's like, sir,
weird. That's too much. Like, how?
I am one person. That's too many. And also, like, you met me a certain way, and obviously people grow and evolve over time, but it's like, there's nothing worse than, like, being with somebody and then time passes and then it's like they have these completely different expectations of you, and I don't know if it's like what they see on
TV,
social media and TV and whatever, like, which is not reality at all, especially when they're so quick to tell us like, this is not a fairy tale, you gotta have realistic expectations, like the whole like that's a movie. We gotta like come to, I hate that about male and females, like we just need to come together on like what are realistic expectations for partnerships.
Agreed. And your specific partnership in your relationship, because I think people look at their friends and family sometime and think,
and half the time that's not
even
it. That's what you see. That ain't.
I ain't really what. Don't give me some tea on that whole family,
but yeah, like you were saying, I think it just the expectations of what it is to be a woman and to be a good woman, and you know what I mean? Like you have to be all these things
Christian
to
women.
so many people, and it becomes a lot sometimes. Whereas you guys have your thing, but mostly it's like financial. That's what That's really what it comes down to.
I get it, but that's one of the biggest ones though.
Not when
women are. But nowadays, when women are
bringing home bread,
but there's still the expectation, right? Women fought for equality and equal pay for equal work and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, if you and I work the same job and you live by yourself, I live by myself, if basically everything goes, I'm doing me, you're doing you. When I ask you out on a date or when we get together and go out on a first date, that expectation is still there that the man is going to pay for the date. You get what I'm saying? And what is that based on?
Not with City Boy Summer.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's one of them things that it's just like, I understand there is a lot of pressure on women.
Yes, there is.
From a lot of different angles, and there's a lot you guys go through in terms of, especially reaching a certain place where you want to build your career and build your legacy, your brand, but also you want to have a family and build that as well. So there's a lot of pressure in that. But I saw a post yesterday, and it's a mentality I can't really understand. It said, real bills and situations will have you knowing if you have a man or some company. And I was like, what does that mean? Like real bills, and what? So that means that your man should help you pay your bills and your man should help you out through your situations. But are you the type of woman that could do the same for him? And is that even considered when, like, and I get it, it's the internet and anybody can make any type of meme. But these are things that other girls and women are preaching and teaching younger women and their daughters as they grow.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to say this one thing. I do feel what you're saying, because I feel like social media and in general in life, we've always been taught to find your prince and he'll take care of you and ray-tay-tay. But in reality, and I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for people that I kind of know, I know a lot of women taking care of men. And it's sad to say that, but it's really, it's a very big...
Can you find me one? I've been hearing about this for years.
It's true. It's a lot of women
take. You even let that happen?
Yeah.
I don't.
He's like, yeah.
At this point, I mean, listen.
He's like,
They say insanity, like the definition is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different. So at this point, I think it's time to try something different.
So you will feel some type of way when you guys are at a restaurant. She's like, babe, I got in front of the waitress. And the waitress is looking at your girl, paying this large bill, and you're just sitting there looking pretty.
Look at his face.
I will have a smile on my face.
I can't.
I would. But I agree. Like, there is a lot of pressure on y'all, but I still feel like there's a lot of things that traditionally men are still expected to hold down. And it is mainly financial, but when you think about it, everything else that women talk about, their pressure is on us. You can find other ways to do that stuff, right? When it comes to finances, you got to go out there and get this money.
Yeah, but we're all still working. It's not to say that we're not working, we're stay-at-home wives. We're still working. Then we're still expected to come home, cook a meal, clean up the place, look good for your man, and then still want to have sex by the end of the night. Like, I just feel like it's a lot more.
Start with the sex and then do everything else. Huh?
Oh, okay.
What happened to the partnership? What happened to the partnership that we talked about?
I mean, ideally, that's the way everybody wants it to be and everybody thinks it should be. But realistically, like, there are just certain things that even you three women sitting there know, or in your mind, if you're married or you live with your man, there's just certain things that you expect he's gonna be the one to do. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it. There's just certain things you expect, whether it's right or wrong. In your mind, based on society, the way it conformed us or whatever, there's just certain things you believe, like, my man's supposed to do that. If I come in and I tell my man, yo, baby, the car was making a weird noise, whatever, you don't expect him to be like, oh, yo, damn, that's crazy. You should get that checked out.
Yeah.
Because if you
men
say
do,
that
though. Some men do.
But you expect. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I expect my man to be like, come, babe, let's go check it out. Like you said.
Exactly.
But he doesn't have to pay 100%. If you do, it's cool. But I'm saying I don't expect him to have to pay for it. But it would be nice for him to want to. But a lot of men nowadays are not doing that.
But when you guys, not to say complain, but when you talk about, I got to come home and I got to cook a meal and I got to clean up and stuff, it's the same idea. Like, your man, you do that. You say your man is expecting that. It would be nice if he came and was like, babe, I'm gonna cook tonight, or I'm gonna take care of dinner, or whatever, but there's still that expectation. Same with the car. If your car needs fixing, or there's a big snowstorm and the driveway needs to get shoveled, you're expecting your man to be the one to get up and go do that.
No.
I just don't.
Hell yes.
I don't. That's me.
That's me. It's not even. It's not even.
How is it not even?
How many times is your car gonna break down versus how many times I have to come home and cook?
How many times am I gonna have to shovel? Hold up. How many times am I gonna have to shovel?
I shovel too, but women shovel too.
How many times am I have to cut the lawn?
How often are there snowstorms? It's just not.
It's not realistic.
It does not match.
It does.
It does not match. The level of responsibility and tasks do not match.
But no. But the thing is, I don't think any woman in 2019 is in a relationship cooking every day. Zero.
That's a lie.
Who? I don't know any three of y'all right here. Any three of y'all
That's a lie.
here in a relation? No, I'm saying if you live with somebody. If you live with a man,
I
don't think you're cooking every day.
There's maybe once or twice that I wouldn't, but pretty much damn near every day, because you might as well spend. You're saving money that way too, right? Like, instead of you going out and buying food every day,
Which is fine.
I'm cooking. I'm gonna cook. So my man was getting cooked meals every day. That's when we gained weight. I got fat, okay? Because I'm cooking. He's eating, I'm cooking, you eating too.
Yeah, but it's still not 7 days a week.
It might 6.
Even if
it's 6 days a week.
Even if it's
No, Richie, dead ass. Like, it could be 6 days a week. No joke. Like, for
You're
real.
So y'all don't eat leftovers?
Barely. I don't cook too much. And you don't cook too much. If you're cooking for 2 people, you're not going to be cooking 10 pieces of chicken. You're going to cook like 4 maybe.
So
you know what I mean?
So this is something that y'all need to discuss with your team.
You know what?
Cook and have leftovers.
We're going to move on to the next question because we can go on about this forever. Okay. Who do you feel handles breakups the best and why? Out of males and females.
I would say probably males, no?
And why? And why is this over here?
She's
like, whatever.
I don't know. Like, I feel in the beginning, men handle it better, and like maybe by the end, they'll be calling you down or trying to.
That's not handling it though. That is like putting it on. That's why I think women.
Okay.
Because women take the time to kind of like marinate on the whole situation.
Very
and like once they decide that's it, they're done. They're not coming back. They're not, you know what I mean? Whereas men, it's kind of like they just move on to the next bitch and the next bitch, and then they're like, oh, I miss
my first one.
And then you're trying to come back to something that's like
already gone.
Gone. Not looking back at you. So I think women, for sure.
I don't know. I feel like men just like detach themselves away from like the feelings and all that, and exactly what you said, like
onto like toxic. It's just like something they do to get over it.
They're burying it. They're not really. They're not dealing with it. But
I feel like we see it that way, but like from your point of view.
Nah, it's kind of just it's not even necessarily to detach ourselves from it. I'll be honest with y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's basically like, you know, when like if like you turn on a pipe,
yeah,
and then you put your hand over it, so that no water is coming out. You just, like all the water's right there. When you broken up, you could just let the pipe go. So all of the girls that you've been stopping and blocking and, you know what I mean, pushing to the side, you're free now to do as you please. There's nothing stopping you.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not, yeah, it's not even like I'm doing this to get over.
That's not handling.
No, but that's just like,
women are like water.
It's a ball.
All the water.
You just let it go. You just let it come.
You know the pressure of that water coming out? Oh.
That's why it looks like, oh, we're just moving on from girl to girl. Nah, these are the girls that were trying to get your spot for the 2 years that we were together, and we kept saying, no, I got a girl, like, so stay over there. So now I move my hand, and it's just like, hey, whatever happens, happens.
It's all fine and dandy, however.
I was just going to say.
You are not handling it.
No, but the thing is, I don't think anybody handles breakups, to be honest.
I think they do.
No, because here's the thing. Women, you're obviously more emotional than we are, right?
Sure, that's why we have to deal with the emotional part first.
Right, exactly. Men deal with the emotional part, but I can still deal with the emotional part as I'm sleeping with other people.
But that's not dealing. Okay, so
how not?
I don't feel like dealing with it. I feel like you're sugarcoating it. I feel like you're covering it up and you're burying your feelings, and you're hoping that eventually that feeling will not reappear or the wound will be healed. But it doesn't heal like that, because then you start to realize, damn, this girl isn't X, Y, and Z. She doesn't do this what my girl used to do.
But here's why I say it's not dealing with it, because even if I do that alone or if I do that with 10 other girls, the feeling is still the same. If I'm gonna miss you, I'm gonna miss you. Whether I miss you tomorrow or I miss you next year. If I'm gonna miss you, I'm gonna miss you. Other females may just make it happen faster because now I have something to compare to. Now it's like, bruh, Delicia wouldn't have left her drawers on the bathroom floor. Like, you know, I always used to see them hung up. But if I'm walking in my house and I don't see them, if I don't see the bathroom drawers on the floor, that doesn't mean like, oh, I'm doing a better job or a worse job. That just means I don't have a scenario to compare that to.
Yeah, you can say that when you start talking to somebody else, this girl's not cooking me meals 4 times a day. She ain't cooking me shit. Matter of fact, this girl can't cook. And then you get sad.
But that doesn't mean I'm not dealing with it though, because I still have to be going through it.
I personally just feel like I do feel women handle it better because we do deal with the emotional part first.
How do you deal with the emotional part?
We cry, we vent, we talk to friends, we stay in the relationship till we can no longer really handle it anymore. And so by the time we leave, we've already dealt with it for the last 3 months.
Right.
So now that we're now almost in the 4th, 5th month by the time we break up. So we've already been dealing with the whole process. So then
guess what? You just answered the question. Because you're not dealing with the breakup. You were in the relationship.
We checked out. That doesn't mean you're in a relationship.
But we're not broken up yet. So if your man does it differently, that's because your man wasn't going through that 4 or 5 month process that you were going through.
I think, I agree with you because he handled it differently. But I also feel like some guys, just one example I can possibly think of would be an ex-boyfriend who told me he used to get very upset with me all the time, right? And I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, why is he so angry? And then he said to me how I deal with my pain when it comes to you, because like I love you, you know? How I deal with my pain is through anger, because I'm a man. I'm not gonna cry and vent like you do. I would bottle it up. So I'm bottling it all up and then dealing with life and regular shit. So by the time I see you again, all that shit I'm thinking about, that even if I want to break down, turns into anger. Turns into me cussing and screaming and ray-tay-tay. So I feel like that's still not healing or dealing with the situation. All you're trying to do is suppress that anger and feeling until it reappears when you see my face. You know what I mean? Like, all that just comes out in anger versus you just telling me shit like, I miss you, or I'm sad and I don't want to see you right now, right? Whatever it could be, you know? Like, I just feel like for the most part, men don't really open up as much. They do feel like they need to kind of just disappear and not see your face for a while until they genuinely feel like, okay, I'm good again. But then more times when you do see the girl's face, you're just like, oh God, my lover.
Right, and again, you did not deal with it if that's
at that
how
stage.
you're like. We have to remember what the question was.
Who
do you feel handles it better?
I feel like men.
Feel like men handle it better.
Yeah.
I feel like men, just because they don't have the emotional part
Yeah,
that females
exactly.
are attached to. Like, we feel more, and because
I don't
men,
think we feel more. I think
like,
we feel
we
the
feel-
same. We handle it differently. But
What-
continue. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop.
But
that.
even
Continue.
like, I think even that, you can't compare who handles it better because we're gonna handle it differently.
Yeah, everybody's
100%.
So
way,
there's
but
no like better, because I've moved on from girls and then not even realize like, holy crap, I don't even feel. And it was never like a
thing.
oh my God, I have to go through this. No, it was literally like I kept myself busy. I stayed occupied till it got to the point where I'm just like, damn, when did I wake up and not think about her?
And
Like,
that
when
happens.
did that start?
And that happens for girls too. There's been relationships where I'm just like, I really didn't think twice about it. But
Yeah.
then there's, I think when I say this or I bring up this question, I'm referring to, you know, those ones that really got you, that got your heart. You know what I mean? So when you think of that your first heartbreak, oh, it scared me. Your first heartbreak, it's like, those are the ones, like, how did you handle that? But anywho. Oh. Next question, right? Exactly. I'm like, we're going to move on. How do you feel about women proposing to their men?
no.
Oh, Jesus
No.
Christ, no. Can we like not even?
We're not even going to go into this too much because I'm not a big fan of this either. So it's a no for you guys.
No.
It's a no.
It's a no.
I'm old
Hard
school.
no.
It's a hell no.
Period. Like,
It's a hell
All right, can I
no.
ask a question then? Outside of biological factors, so having a baby,
I'm going to slap it.
what is the thing that you would then use on the reverse and say a man should absolutely never positively ever do this for or to his woman?
Beat her.
No, I mean something like nice.
A man should never do something nice for his woman.
What is that one thing that you're just like, bruh, the same way a woman shouldn't propose to a man, what is that thing that you say a man should never, no chance, he shouldn't do it?
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one because I feel like nothing. You men should just do everything. It's nice. Anything nice, just do, sir.
I'm just trying to think about it.
Thank you. No. You know, like when you're in court and you have somebody and you cross-examine them,
There's something.
because it's just
There's
like
a lot of something.
I just want to let that sit with the
you just
jury
need
of the
time.
audience, because we already talked about the expectations between men and females. And I just want to let that answer sit with the jury.
Okay.
This is one of your like
Thank you.
6 things to do in life.
I just want to
Y'all only
sit.
got
I just want to
6.
let it
It's
sit with
one.
the jury. I'm gonna just let it sit with the
You
jury.
got like 25. You got like 6 things.
I'm not mad if a woman decides to propose, but I ain't gonna be that girl.
I'm not.
So for
I'm
me,
gonna
I
let
just
it
feel
sit.
like, why? Why for? How
gonna let
come?
Why for?
No. Anywho,
Before you go on, so you're saying that if you've been dating a girl for how long, and then she gets on her knees in a restaurant full of people to propose to you, you're okay with that? You're like,
Yes.
Yes, I was gonna say I was answering.
I would be like,
I believe him.
I'd be like,
I believe you.
Advocate, stop.
I believe him.
Yes.
He'll be like, ooh.
I would be so. Oh my god.
See this? He is having this.
I'm so glad.
oh my god.
No,
Okay.
I refuse. Anyways, who did it? Somebody. I watched a show, reality show. Is it Black Ink Chicago? And Charmaine proposed to her boyfriend, and he was like, "Get up! No, you don't do that. That's my job." I rate that. I rate, even if she did it, I rate the fact that he stopped her.
But
you get me?
Okay.
Okay. So I don't want to hear you talk about it
I
right
got
now.
nothing.
Does the size of the ring matter?
Well, like,
Yes. I don't give a fuck. Yes. A hard yes.
No,
It's
because
not-
like let's say there's a couple and maybe their financial priorities are just different.
Get a tattoo.
But again, that's no ring, and
That's
it's
okay. I'd
cheaper
rather
and-
no ring.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not necessarily because then we're not even talking about a ring.
Exactly.
That's just a symbol of your
Love and
But
commitment.
how does he
Which is
propose?
fine.
What does he propose with?
Himself.
So when he proposes to you,
and then he
says, "Babe, I love you," like the whole spiel, the whole shebang, whatever. And he's like, I just, I want us to, show our commitment by getting these rings. Getting a tattoo. Like, I know we have our financial situation. We're trying to put it towards our house or do X, Y, and Z. I'd be like, say less. Say less. I'm not saying.
And you should know that that's the type of girl
you know what I mean?
With,
Exactly.
that will be cool with.
For a man to be asking a woman to like marry him, you have to know who you're dealing with. And that's what it is.
She's not the type of girl that will be okay with tattoos instead of like a big old rock. You probably shouldn't be proposing.
Here's my thing.
No.
It sounds all cute and romantic, but reality. You don't got no ring to post on the gram. You don't got no ring to share to show your friends.
I know like people who are married without a ring, and that's fine. I feel like when your love is there,
did you ask them what she wore when he proposed?
What do you mean?
They got married and they got tattoos when they were married.
No, they didn't get.
Do you ask them what they got, what she got when he proposed?
You don't need to ask if it's there or if it's not, if they're in business, because that is not my relationship. Any man that knows, like she said, like it depends on who the person is. You know who you're dealing with, and I think it makes a difference because I know somebody, no names, and she showed her partner like a ring. Like, this is what I like. It was the tiniest little pebble I've ever seen. And she, to me personally, deserves the world because she held him down. She paid for everything when they were in a relationship because he was trying to figure out his career. And so by the time it came to you proposing, you don't look at that beady little ring and say, this is what I'm going to get her. You had enough time from the day she showed you, and even if you had to wait another couple of years, if you had to take a loan out to get a little extra cash or whatever, borrow some money from a friend and pay them back every week, do what you can because the woman that you're going to marry, I'm not saying it's a big deal, but she's going to wear that for life. And if you know your woman likes nice things, it's not going to hurt you to put an extra couple thousands on a ring for her. You know what I mean? I'm gonna slap you.
It also
but do you see? But this is what I'm saying. It goes back to the financial obligation.
But did you hear? Hold on a second. You just do it.
Yeah,
she's been taking care of him.
That's a very unique situation.
No, that's a lot of situations, and that's like I keep saying to you. There's a lot of women out here taking care of these men, so she deserves a little nice ring out of all the things that she's done for him.
But she didn't want it. Why are you gonna give her something she didn't want?
Pardon me?
Why are you gonna give her something she didn't want?
No. You need to upgrade. It's called upgrading my woman. Because my woman said, she looked at your budget and said, maybe this is what he could afford. But you should have said, this is what I'm gonna give you. Because no offense, when we seen that ring, I was disgusted.
But
that's
horrible.
No, not horrible because she's been taking care of the man.
But that was what she wanted.
I feel like that's another conversation too, because some people end up in situations, and I'm not gonna like get too deep into it.
Yep.
But situations where they downplay the things that they actually want and
that's
desire.
Exactly what.
That's a personal.
Because they feel like I will be looked at like a gold digger or whatever.
Knowing his circumstances.
If I ask for what I feel I deserve.
That's a personal issue. That's a personal problem.
Well, it's a personal problem if you don't get the ring that I want.
That's a personal problem.
Which is fine, but it's like, yes, definitely that person has to deal with it on their own. Because it's like, if you feel like you can't be yourself in your relationship and ask for the things that you want.
That's a personal problem.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a whole other, because she could have really just been like, here, like, I want the pebble because I don't want you to think ill of me if I ask for more than this. But again, if you love this person, if you feel this person deserves more, then it shouldn't be any hair off your back to get them that.
I'm gonna show you guys a ring, okay? No. This hold on.
I just saw. I will put on my jacket.
This is not anybody I know. I'm not. This is no shade. This is on like the internet, like literally the internet. So I just want to say, this is the question.
Oh, that one.
Would you decline if somebody offered you this ring? Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you guys, the viewers.
First of all, that's not even real. Like that.
So I don't know if you guys can they see it on there, Richie?
You can't.
I'm pretty sure you can't. You know why?
Can you get up and like get closer? Like they really need to see it.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna go.
Can you see it, Richie?
Move it back a little bit.
Focus, tapped.
Yeah, you got
right there.
It's kind of.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? Okay.
That's not real. Are you sure?
I'd be so mad.
It says wedding and engagement rings. I'm just saying. And the girl's ring was not too far off from this. No, it was like this, actually, her ring.
Again, that's a personal problem. The size
of the ring matters.
I feel like we need to go on to
Like the size of ring numbers. That's all.
Would you do pie? Would you do pie?
I just don't feel like my dude would do that.
Yeah, I don't.
If
like,
he did do
I feel
that,
like they know
I need
better.
you guys to answer the question. That's what I'm asking y'all. He came to you like,
I have some questions.
Can I?
I'm gonna answer for them. I'm gonna say no. I will decline, sir. That's a hell no. Okay? And in Shem's word, a hard no. Thanks very much. Anyways, gonna move along because we don't have not that much time. Okay, so when is it a good time to introduce your man to your family?
Nowadays, like,
It's hard. I don't know.
See, I'm not on the market, so like it's been a minute.
Well, before,
like when I was
in the beginning,
before,
back in
like-
the day.
But I feel like it's so different when you're older, also. But like back in the day, it was kind of like after a few months, once I get to know you, and that's why I'm saying it's so different when you're older too.
Yeah.
Really, when you're older, people should know themselves and should be portraying themselves as themselves. But then, like, you could now go meet somebody, introduce them to your parents, like maybe a month after knowing them, and then next day you find out A, B, and C about
He
them.
has 5 kids.
And your parents are asking about them, and it's like, I've already passed that threshold.
Yeah,
so I think people are a lot more guarded because they know a lot of people are out there not portraying themselves to be who they are. And you kind of want to take more time to get to. I don't know. I feel like y'all gotta answer that. I don't know.
Like, I
Like,
feel
what's a
like
good amount
I
of
dated a guy for a while, like maybe like 6 months or something, and
Yeah.
my parents knew about him, but like they never met him. So, and even then was like, I'm very guarded, I guess. So, yeah, no, like,
No. Oh, she goes no.
it was like,
So roughly like six months to a year.
Yeah, like 6 months. Like, I don't want to be that type that's like, okay, like after 2 months I bring him home and it's just like, oh, you out here embarrassing me? Oh, no, that's not what you're gonna do. So, yeah.
I'm the same. I think it takes.
I want to hear your answer.
Takes a while.
When would you bring a girl home?
I mean, from personal experience, it's been, I would say like a year. Like a year and change is usually
a hard year.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of questions like, why haven't I met your family yet?
Nah, you get comments like if I tell you like my mom, we had a party up for my mom on Friday. So if you haven't hit that 1 year mark, you're probably not getting an invite.
No,
So,
but that's
you
what I'm
know.
saying from the girls. not
Yeah,
necessarily
I'm saying
the
like she would make comments like, "Oh, so
mom's
you
having
didn't
a
think
party.
to invite me?" Or so it's like, nah.
Do you explain that to her though? Like,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
but-
mean, for me, it's just like I just tell them straight, like I don't just bring everybody I date around. You know what I mean? Like that's just not me as a person.
I know she
So-
feels some type of
yeah,
way.
definitely.
It's
More
like,
than
that's
that,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Y'all said we need to be straight up and honest about our intentions and
City
what
Boy
we
Summer.
No, it's
I'm
totally
just-
fine. I'm not judging. I'm
just
just
saying.
saying.
No judgment.
A lot of females, I think, because also girls are probably.
Like that
to
stuff
do it.
matters to you guys, and I really. Okay, as a man speaking, it shouldn't. I really feel like it shouldn't matter to you because at the end of the day, that same mother that you're killing yourself to meet is the same one that you're gonna be cussing after if
What?
you find out that like he had a second girlfriend and moms knew her too. You're gonna be like, oh, don't ever think your man's mom is your mom.
friend.
They'll
Yeah.
always have their that's his family. So you guys killing yourselves to meet the family and do all this stuff, bruh. It
You're
doesn't.
saying the girl that he dated before?
No, the
No,
girl,
saying
the
that if you're
girlfriend.
putting yourself up to like meet your boyfriend's family
Because you think that gives you some
Because,
sort
like,
of
you're gonna be-
status.
yeah, don't because he can be taking another girl home and the
Well,
mom's still gonna be like, "Hey,
that's-
sweetie,
Exactly.
how are you?
Exactly.
You hungry?"
Mama Dukes usually likes me, so I usually have that good relationship and rapport to be like, hey, like, don't worry, no other girls are coming here. Thank you. Let me know about that shit.
But like, I don't like.
Good luck.
I have
It
two.
just
I have two
happens,
brothers,
though.
so
It
I have two
definitely
brothers,
does
and the amount of females that like sneak through my house, like my room's across from one of them, and even the other day, my mom was just like, she came downstairs and like one was sitting at the table, like it was lunchtime, whatever, and she was about to say hi, and I looked at her. Don't say any
no
names.
names.
Don't say any
Don't say
names
no
because this is not the
names.
one that you think it
Don't
is.
say no names.
So, and then my mom was very sweet and nice to everybody. So,
Exactly,
you know, so
as she
that
should
girl was
be.
she's like, okay, bye, mom. See you later.
As
and
she
I was just
should
looking at her
be.
like, listen, tonight there's gonna be someone else come.
And that's what I'm
coming in.
saying.
So
Like, It doesn't give you the status that women think it gives you. Yeah. In 2019,
it's not about a status.
It definitely is.
Okay, well, you know what? I think it's more about knowing where you are in your relationship. Because, like you said, once you're past the year, then you would bring a certain girl around.
That's me, though.
I know that, but I'm saying for certain guys, it could be 3 months. If he's bringing you to his mom's, and you know he's more serious about you than he is about anybody else. So that's really what it is for, I feel, most females, anyways, right? We just want to know where your head's at.
But that's what I'm saying. That's wrong.
Wrong.
Because you're saying he's more serious about me than he is about anybody else. No, that's the status that you're looking for.
2019,
that is not. It doesn't work that way.
I disagree with all men. I think there's a lot of players out here. We know, hint, but I don't think all men are on that level.
Not all, but that's what I'm saying.
Their penis size are not that big to be doing
look for that and go for that status is not the same.
So. I'm head out. So with that being said, we didn't even get to do girl code. I'm so cheesed, but I have like a whole list of girl code. Actually, what we can
do one.
We'll literally have less than a minute. Okay, you know what we'll do? Once it like goes through, because Facebook Live will still be on, and we'll quickly just go through these. It's not long. I'll just go through them really quickly, and then we'll be done. Because or should I just save it for next week?
What's girl code?
Oh, girl
This
code.
is Jamie Sparks, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
Stay tuned, just a quick
Changing
little
the way you listen to radio.
intermission.
Hey, this is Jermaine Robbins, and you're listening to iLive Radio. Changing the way you listen to radio.
Yo, this is Kiana O'Quinn, and you're listening to iLive Radio. Changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Lavinia J from the UK, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
Okay, Richie, if you go by
Hey, what's going on, everybody in cyberspace? This is the Grill
One
Show
piece
with
of
your boy,
chicken
the crowd
can
is
make how
DJ
much?
Mark Anthony. Don't forget, each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m., we want to put you in the mood for whatever the night has in store. I'm playing only the best feel-good party rocking, body shaking music from funk to soul to reggae to R&B, house to salsa, and much, much more. We call it the Groove each and every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked. It's the crowd, baby. You know how
I'm
we do. We'll see you on
cooking
the
them,
air.
not cooking them. So for
You're
example, if I
listening to
buy a box
iLive
of
Radio,
chicken,
changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Okay, so we're back. Okay, quick thing, because somebody was trying to say that you're wasting more money by cooking every day. Now I'm gonna explain this part right now to you guys. If you're buying a box of chicken, right, and you take out the chicken, defrost it, clean it, season it up, slice them up, bag them up for the week or the whatever, you're not cooking them all, sillies. You're only cooking. Go ahead.
So then, your hard work of cooking every day.
Okay, hold on. Listen. It's just you're cooking. Okay, for example, what are we talking about? I'm gonna make, so for example, I can make pizza one day and make some like burgers for dinner. Tomorrow I can use the same little pack of chicken and make a pasta. Then make a little chicken and salad for dinner. Again, it's the same food that you're portioning for each day. You're not gonna just cook and say, okay, I'm gonna cook all the chicken one time, have it in the fridge, eat it today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Why? That's nasty.
Don't you remember when your mom used to tell you take out
the chicken and defrost it?
What do you think she was doing?
I get it.
But that's cooking every day.
I mean, sure, that's how y'all want to call it.
Hold on a second.
Must be nice
Hold
when you
on.
don't cook
I'm
every
sorry.
day.
So you mean cooking every day means you have to go in the kitchen and slave and take out the meat every day, defrost it every day, wash it every day. That's not cooking.
What is the hard part?
That's
taking
prepping.
The seasoned meat.
You never hear meal prep.
Putting it in the oven.
No.
And then waiting.
If it was so easy,
It's
why
the
don't the
same
men
thing.
do it?
I said
That's y'all's men.
no. But Richie, I'm not saying I'm cooking that meat, all of it, and then using it for each day. I'm literally saying I'm only taking out what I'm using today and cooking that for today. And the other is going to be frozen. If I know I'm going to cook some more chicken tomorrow, the other little portion I'm putting in the fridge to stay defrosted in the bag, seasoned, and ready to go for tomorrow's dinner. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's not me cooking. That's not me spending more money. It's the same meat. I'm just spreading it across the week versus me going to buy food every day.
I hear you.
You get what I'm trying to say?
No. But it sounds like less work, though.
How does that? It is less work, and it's less work, and it costs less. It doesn't cost more. If I go buy chicken now, 6 pieces of chicken and fries cost what, $15? That's more money. I could have bought a big pack of chicken meat for for $15-$20.
See, he just wants to take his woman out to do his one little part, you know, out of the 6 things men do for women.
You know what I'm saying? To say that he does
to take her out to dinner, to say that he's doing his part.
That $120.
And see, that's the thing.
But then as soon as they're like, oh, let's go out to eat. Why you wanna go out to eat
all the time, every day?
First of all, no. You wanna know why? You wanna know why we get upset?
Why?
Because when you guys say let's go out to eat, and then we say okay, cool, what do y'all want? I don't know what I feel for.
Men do the same thing.
What?
Men do, yes.
Bro,
men do.
We could pick.
Why do you guys ask us if you don't even know what the hell y'all want in the first place? Babe, what do you want to eat?
I feel like
I don't know. What do you want to eat?
I feel like you had a bad
whatever you want.
experience.
What?
I feel like you had a bad experience because most men are just like, bro, I know what I want.
Then what do you want right now? What do you feel like eating? Chicken and what?
Any type of chicken.
Chicken and what?
Chicken and whatever comes with it. Whatever.
What? Where? What time? Where?
Here's the thing.
Where?
I always let the girl pick where she wants to go because I know at any restaurant I will find something to eat.
Listen to me.
The girls are more picky. And like, I don't like the salad at this place. I don't like the
ladies,
pasta
from now on,
place.
let your man choose the place. Because his ass don't know where the hell he want to eat either. I used to have this argument all the time, and he does not know the hell he wanted to eat. And that's what we argue.
Didn't you guys see like that meme that was like, females know what they want to eat, they just don't know what your budget is.
No.
Good
night. That's not a thing.
I saw a better one. It was like the last time a female had to make a serious decision with the Adam and Eve one. How she picked the apple off the tree.
Yep.
We afraid. We don't.
Or from the Notebook, you're like, what do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
And the thing is, it's hard to say what we want because sometimes we may have had chicken the day before. I may have had pizza yesterday. I don't know what I feel like eating today. But however, neither do you. So make a decision. Boo.
Chicken.
Okay. Chicken and beer. So let's get into girl code really quickly. We didn't get to do it earlier, but we're going to try to run through them really quickly. We're not going to do all of them. But as you asked, what is girl code? I'm going to read the Urban Dictionary version, and I'll say my version in a minute. Girl code is a code of guidelines that most girls obey in order of not to get kicked out of the community. I hate them. I hate the Urban Dictionary. In other words, it's a set of unwritten rules for all women to follow with their closest friends so that they should never make their girlfriends question their loyalty. Does that make sense?
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, number 1, do not flirt or date any man your friend has dated or crushed on. Now, I've broken this rule back in the days because... Her head was like, no,
she came all the way around. Because right now, like, she about to have a conversation with you off camera. Like, listen.
Wait, what?
Okay, now, when they say do not date...
See, I'm like on this side.
You can't say... Okay, so... Sorry. Back in the days in grade 9, or that was the only time I've done it. But, like, I've dated a girl's ex-boyfriend. But she told me to date him because she's never really liked him. So I just assumed it was just like, it was a kid thing. Like, they never made out. They never had sex. It was whatever. You know what I mean? So when I dated him, I think she thought he was going to treat me the same way he treated her. But he, like, was buying me jewelry at grade 9. Buying me jewelry and, taking me out on dates and stuff. And she anyway, she slept with him and long story with that. But with that being said, I would never do that again because she tried to sleep with 3 of my boyfriends and was successful with 2. And whatever.
Like her. What's her name?
So... I'm not gonna say her name, but she got pregnant for one, claimed it was for the other. She a hoe. Anywho, with that being said, you can't. It's hard to say. Like, I hate when girls say this. Like, I dated him when I was in grade 2. Like, that's not your man. That's not your boo.
What's the cutoff?
I loved him off when I was, because at the end of the day, I have girlfriends who dated, like close girlfriends who dated guys that I slept with, and I'm like. I don't care. Like, I don't want him, but they would want to go on dates with the guy, and I'm like, bro, that's the guy you used to, but it sounded like they knew it. It was like they used his alias or vice versa, so they didn't think. And one day we're like, that's the guy that I was talking to. She's like, oh shit, my bad. I'm like, go ahead, teach his own. So, but it is girl code. Do not date your friend's man. Period. Ex-man. Period. Those are different things, especially at this grown age. I'm not looking at you, Richie. Number 2, wait until your friend gets inside their home before you drive away. It's always safety first. Safety. Number 3, tell a girl her outfit has a malfunction or it looks bad. Honestly, it's hard to do, but we have to do it.
A girl in general, like anybody,
or like your friend, like one of your
Your
friends.
closest friends, obviously, I feel this more applies to, but
Nah.
Yeah, like I've
told people
in the club, or
little malfunctions.
Yeah. I think it depends on like the relationship that you have with that person. Like I know that like Shem and myself, like we could tell each other anything and everything and be like, that doesn't look good, and like we're not gonna take it like, girl, you're a hater. And like even with me and you, like we'll say stuff to each other in the club, or like we'll say stuff to each other like out, and we'll be fine with it. Cool, we'll switch it up or whatever the case is. But like sometimes when I see like a group of girls go out and like I'm looking at one of the friends and I'm just like, those are not your friends at all. Like your hair is not blending. They should never let you leave the house like that.
What if they just met up at the club?
You're gonna listen. Okay, you know what?
Come with me to the washroom real quick.
Let
me see what I can do.
We've been in clubs before, and like I'll have extensions in, and I have natural hair. So as soon as it starts getting like humid in there, my hair just starts turning into like a fuzzball, like literally Chewbacca, whatever from Star Wars. Chewbacca from Star Wars, and like my girls like you done it, like even Sierra's done it, and like we go to the bathroom and like we try to do something to like hide that shit, and like that's your friend that lets you stay
in the. It's not gonna have you there with a nest on your head,
looking crazy. Literally
have mata in your eye, booger in your nose,
like stuff in your teeth. Like that's not your friend.
It's not your cute friend. That's not a friend.
Like that weave. Like that's just like it's lifting. Like no, that's not your friend.
And you'll be the butt of everybody's joke. So please help your friend out. Number 4, be an amazing photographer that you wish to have. Okay, I hate when people do this.
Okay. For this one, I have to say, out of all of us, Shem is the best photographer.
I'm pretty good too.
No. Hold on.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty decent.
Shem, it goes D and it skips me. Like I don't have those skills. I'll try, but like it does not come out the same way.
I just want you to try. I just want you to like.
That's the thing.
And you know what? Like I'll lay on the floor. I just don't know if it's the same.
No.
I just don't know if it's the same.
Find angles.
Like I just don't know what I'm looking for.
Find our angles, because this is what Shem and I will be doing. Okay, girl, turn around. No, put your hand over here. I like that. Over there. Well, the other girls will just be like this.
Honestly,
here you go.
Say, if you go to my Instagram,
the same damn thing. My eyes are closed in half of them. Thank you for no pictures.
I will say any good picture that I have on my Instagram is either from Shem or D. Like other than that, I don't post. So
I just feel like that's one of the things you gotta
work on it.
I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna practice.
Please do.
I agree with you guys.
Please do.
You've definitely gotten better. I'm just talking about the general.
Yes.
Work on that.
They don't want to do. I've been on the
your head's cut off.
Oh. Taking pictures. I took like 20 pictures for this girl. My girl gave me 4 pictures. I was just like,
you know what? Delete. You should delete them all. You know what? What you do? I'm gonna do this from now on. Let them take your pictures. I'm gonna start taking pictures I'm gonna let them take pictures of me first and see how much they do and the effort they put in, and then I'm gonna reciprocate that. That is all you're getting.
Be better.
Be
the bigger person.
But you have to do better for me too.
Be the bigger person.
Okay, anyways. Number 3, let me see. Number 5, if you arrive together, you leave together. Now,
okay, hold on.
I knew that was like that one.
I feel like there's a loophole here and there. I feel like if we're leaving together to go somewhere, as long as someone says from the jump, like, oh, hey.
Yeah, there might be a conversation.
Yeah, like a conversation. As long as there's a conversation before, then I think that's okay.
This one sounds like this happened to her before recently.
No, sometimes people have appointments.
Yeah. It's just fine. But the thing is the appointments are known before you go there.
Yes.
Normally, however you did it the other day. But normally, the appointments are known before you get somewhere. But then once you're there, especially if they're your ride. So once you're there,
I did not hear this story.
You know what? We will talk about the story off camera. So we can all get a better understanding.
Just understand that. Make sure your girl has a ride home if 100%. You are her ride.
100%.
And it's okay if you leave because you have other appointments. It's cool. It is what it is. It's like we're grown ass women. However, usually, if you arrive together, leave together. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Don't pawn them off on people.
And pawn them off on people.
I've done that before.
Yes.
Yes.
I've done that before. Like,
so you're going home with such and such.
What?
Like, yo, who said I wanted to know? Like them to know where I live?
So number 6, never let your girlfriend go to the washroom alone in public. Now, this sounds a little odd, but we actually check our appearance, we gossip, we do briefings, and we just want to make sure everything is safe and okay. At least once. You don't got to do it every single time. There's not, and this is usually when we're at a big like event or club. You go at least once. One is good to know where the washroom is, and then you go to the washroom.
Like it's almost instinct though.
Like I see you again somewhere.
But there's some people that don't know this. Like your friends, like I'm gonna go, and you're like, okay, bye. Especially the younger generation. This is for you guys. Like. Follow your friends to the washroom because especially they're younger too, right? Especially the 19-year-olds that are coming into the party scene now. They don't know these things, so help it. Just sister out. Number 7, always check in on your friends when they're on their first date. So I usually like to take down like location, their number, license plate, their name, etc. Tinder, Bumble. You get the drift. We want to know where you are and make sure you're okay.
Well, I'm sorry. What? Tinder?
License plate?
Yeah, license plate. If a man, if I don't know you and you're picking me up on a date, usually I don't do that anymore. I'm meeting you, but I don't do that anymore. I've learned my lesson. But if you're picking me up on a date, we always take a picture of their license plate.
No, but what's Tinder?
The dating site, Tinder, Bumble.
So what do you do with Tinder?
So if you met a man on Tinder or a woman, it's like a blind date type of thing. You know, you see the picture.
I thought you meant you send their Tinder to somebody.
No, well, you send their picture, their name, info, because you never know. Anything were to happen, it's like the last person she was with was Bob on Tinder. Okay, well, here's some information. Bob on Tinder. Okay. Number 8, rescue any girl you see being annoyed by a creepy guy.
100%.
I think this is obvious. I've done it too. You know, like this is my girlfriend. Oh, this is my friend. Come on, girl. Let's come over here. Let's chill. You know, do whatever you can. Number 9, boost each other's confidence. I think empowered women empower women. Number 10, tell a girl if her man is cheating on her. This is really hard.
That's
you got to do it though.
No, but like it depends. Like, how are they gonna take the news? Are they gonna like be mad at the man, and then next week they start dating the man, and then now the man's looking at you like,
that's okay.
Told you I'd be
back.
You
know what? I would rather all y'all be mad at me than you not know and I have this information. I'm holding it like it's okay. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be mad, you ain't my friend because I was trying to look out for your ass. True. And if your man is cheating on you and I was telling the truth, if you want to take it back for your business, that is not my dude. You know what I mean? But at least you know.
Don't you also feel like you wasted your breath too? Yo,
nothing
pisses me off more. This is why I don't, like I posted something the other day about, you know, how women give advice that they can't take themselves. I don't give advice. No. I will be the person to be like, I've done this, like if it's a situation similar to something I've been through, like those will be my examples, and they can do whatever you want. People are gonna do what they want to do. Nothing pisses me off more than wasting
my breath.
But the cheating thing, I feel like if you were to find out your friend knew for like a year and didn't tell you something, how would that make you feel?
I don't like,
because then you blame your friend. Like then it turns into you could have told me, and it's like
I would want to know because I'm a logical thinking person.
Thank you.
But not everybody. You
not
also have
logical.
to know who you're dealing with.
That logical person.
Even if they're delusional, you should.
I'm telling them they don't have to be my friend ever again in life because my thing is if you know my man's cheating on me and you're like, oh, I don't want to tell her, you ain't my friend. Mm-hmm. You got to tell me. Because if he's cheating on me, I'll deal with him. You don't worry about that shit. If you're wrong, at least you've seen something or heard something. We're gonna deal with it. But if you're right, thank you.
I feel like I would more or less. I wouldn't outright say it. I would find a way for you to see it yourself. I don't want. Oh, she's talking shit. No.
But then you would come. But you would come with the facts. So, for example, if you were at the movies and you've seen XY, you're my man with another girl exactly. You're gonna send it though, right? There you go.
And still introduce myself. Hi, I am Dee's friend.
Not even like I'm sitting behind them the whole night, like recording combo.
Cousin.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways.
As I'm gonna say, he was at the movies with his cousin. She was cute.
Does this cover the pictures?
I'm gonna ask her a hell of a lot of questions. I'm gonna wait till she goes to the washroom and follow her ass and be like, oh my god, your boyfriend's cute. Da, 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 da. You know. Anyways.
Hold on. So just so we're clear, if any of our boyfriends, husbands, whatever is cheating, we all want to know.
1,000%.
Hold on. So let me ask a quick question.
1,000%.
If it's not your boyfriend but you know.
I'm talking to him?
Like someone you're talking to?
That y'all smashing or just kind of whatever. But it's nothing official.
Yes.
Do you still, why?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, it depends on what the guy told me. If he's telling me I'm only smashing you, even though, you know, we're not exclusive, or maybe you're exclusive, but we're not dating. I would feel comfortable. Listen, my tings are my tings. I don't know who you're sleeping with. I would like to know those things. If a man says to me, I'm sleeping with other women too, cool. I get the decision if I still want to sleep with you. But if you're telling me I'm only sleeping with you, I'm not cool with that. Yeah. And then you're sleeping with other people.
But I'm not,
there's ways to check the temperature.
But I'm not sleeping with her. I went to the movies. I'm not sleeping with her.
And this is when I would have a conversation with my friend and be like, so are y'all like, what is this?
Yeah.
What's the
dynamic? Are you guys together or
like,
not
y'all
together?
See other people or because, you know,
yeah.
The other day. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to, you know.
I had a friend who called me one time. I was talking to my boyfriend. We hung up, and then she called me back and she called me and she's like, "Oh, I just seen you." I'm like, "Seen me where?" I was home, and she's just like, "I seen you in your boyfriend's car with your feet up and some frilly socks." And I was like, "Frilly socks?" I got no frilly socks. I was like, "That's not me. I'm home babysitting my niece." And she was like, "Oh." Called his phone, and a girl answered. Mind you, he's supposed to be at the studio, quote unquote. So when he
girls are allowed in the studio.
Why she answered
the phone?
Because he's seen it and was like, answer my phone.
When I was like, "Hello, who's this?" She's like,
so she's a secretary.
"That's none of your business." Oh, yeah. That's none of your business. And I said, "No." I go, "You're right. Since you're answering his phone, it's all of your business." I go, "Matter of fact, tell him not to call back my phone." And she's like, "Well, he's busy. He's gonna be busy with me anyways. He's coming over to my." I'm like, "Girl,
that's an overreaction."
That's okay." And I hung up the phone. Then he called my phone. No, his cousin called my phone. And he's like, "No, that's my girl, and she lie, she joke on him, and da-da-da-da-da, she play." And she's like, "Don't lie to her. Don't lie." And I was just like, "Tell your cousin not to call me my phone." Like, I was like, "It's all right." And
but do you feel like you overreacted?
Me?
Yes.
The girl answered the phone. I asked, actually, no matter. I said
like,
to
he's
her,
coming home with me.
I said to her, "Can I speak to such and such?" And she goes, "He's busy." Actually, that was like that conversation. She goes, "He's busy." I said, "No problem. Can you tell him that I called?" She goes, and I said my name, and she's like, "I can't do that." I go, "How come?" She goes, "Because he's coming home with me tonight." I said, "Oh, okay, no problem." I go, "May I ask who this is?" She goes, "That's none of your business." And I was like, "You're right. That is your business, because he must be your man since you're answering his phone. Matter of fact, tell him not to call back my phone when you get this message, all right?" And then I hung up the phone.
So
then he called, his cousin called, and my phone, and they were.
So why I say that's an overreaction? Don't you feel like you played right into whatever it is she was trying to do?
No, that's okay. First of all, oh, sorry, continue.
No, what? Sorry.
What she have done?
You just say okay, cool. You say okay, cool. Thanks.
I was calm. I wasn't yelling.
No, but you don't gotta say any of that. He must be. No, you say all right,
no,
cool,
I'm
thanks,
gonna say
and
those
you hang
things.
up the phone.
I'm gonna say those things because
now she knows she has you pressed.
No, but
even if it was, that's not.
She didn't have me pressed. What she did.
She had you pressed.
No, let me say something to you. She didn't have me pressed. You know why she didn't have me pressed? Because I already right away my girl told me she was in his car. I automatically assumed he was cheating and had another girl with him.
But you don't know if that's true or
You're
not.
right. So when I called his phone, he has sisters. So it's like, it could be a sister. You know what I mean? It's simple things. But when the girl answered and said, "No, he's coming home," doing the most and answering his, I don't even answer his phone. He's my man. I don't answer his phone. No, you're man. He is your man if you're answering his phones. No, if I'm not answering my own
I feel like
man's
that's an
phone.
overreaction.
Why is your face like that?
Because I feel like that's an overreaction because you did exactly what it was she wanted you to do.
I don't think he means overreaction.
No, it's an overreaction.
You didn't have to do all. You could have just.
That's an overreaction.
She was overreacting. She could have just been like, "He's my man."
I get it, but here's the thing. She's pressing your buttons. And basically, you reacted the exact way she wanted you to react.
Which was okay. No, she probably thought I was gonna cuss. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. Like when I say, I was calm. I was like, "No problem. You must be his girl." La la la. This, and I said what I said, and I'm like, "All right, just tell him not to call back my phone." There was no like, "Tell him not to call."
No. But he's saying the whole back and forth, like
yeah.
You have to have
dialogue.
And I said that I understand from coming from both your point of view. If you just said no, okay, bye. That would probably.
You know why you don't say bye? Because this is what happens. If a girl answers the phone and you're like, "Who's this?" And she's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." You're like, "Okay, bye." he could easily be like, "Oh, that's my cousin playing a prank." I don't even know any story. I
Okay, so
don't
you
know
just wanna
any
make sure
information.
But the same
Get your
thing
info when you
came
have a
back,
bitch on the
though.
phone. I'm
No,
sorry.
No, see, this is why I don't understand with y'all women. This is what I do not understand.
This is the wrong person. First of all,
No.
ladies, before Richie finishes your sentence, let me tell you something right now, ladies, okay? This is for you specifically. If you suspect your man is doing something stupid and you have an opportunity to talk to the woman, chat to the woman.
No.
Period. Regardless if you believe her or not, you have an idea where she's coming from, and you get her story, you get his story, and you put the two together and you figure out your own story.
No.
Don't ever listen to no damn man talk about, don't listen to her talk, listen to what I have to say.
This is the problem. This is why you should listen to men.
This is because I don't agree 100% with you. Because my thing is, my friend calls me and she says, "Oh, I seen this, and whatever." You called him?
I called him.
She picked up. I feel like from she got on the phone, I probably would have hung up. Is such and such there? Here are the female voice. Okay, cool. We're having a conversation later. But at this point in my mind, unless you can make me think some other, like, I'm already done with you probably. Like, I'm on my way. I just want to have a conversation with you.
But she didn't see the girl's face. All she seen was the girl's socks out the window and her feet.
But that's what I'm saying. So you can't jump to conclusions. You
still exactly.
And my conversation is not going to be with homegirl.
Oh, mine's a both.
My conversation is going to be with you, and it's most likely going to end in I'm done.
No, mine is. The thing is, let me tell you what he did. Denied. And the only reason why I had a better background idea story is because I genuinely believed the girl and what she was saying, and I'm not. Because I'm woman intuition. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I had a woman intuition, it was right.
So and also, why did she have the right to even speak to you like that?
Was it proven that he was cheating with her?
Yes. Later on.
How much later on?
Well, okay, no. Put it this way. It was proven in my spirit.
So it wasn't proven then.
Well, hold on, no. Hold on. I'm answering the question. It was proven in my spirit that moment. Period. And then fast forward, because I knew, the funny thing is I stopped talking to him for like a week or two. He was calling me down, ringing me down. I was not answering. He showed up at the house. I was nothing. I was like, no, dead to me. So then one day I was like, you know what? Blink this. I was going to cheat on him. And so unfortunately, this was back in the days. It was back in the days when I was young. So back in the days, I started cheating on him. So I took him back knowing that he did some effed up stuff. Later on, one day when him and I was playing him, he was playing me. We eventually confessed about a bunch of things. And he admitted to me that day. I knew though. He was never going to admit it to me in that moment because he didn't want her. He was just going to ride or die for that because he called me just before he went to the studio. So I was just like, okay, cool. He's like, hey, babe, I'm going to hit you up a little later. I'll be busy. He was trying to protect his hour or two. I'm going to be busy between this time to this time. So if you try to call me, I'm like, no problem. So I had no intentions of calling him until my girl said she's seen him. And I was like, hold the hell up. And so when I called and she answered, I'm sorry, I'm not going to hang up my phone. I'm going to ask questions. So who's this? And she said, I'm not telling you. I didn't press it like, no, you got to tell me. I was like, no problem. Just tell him not to call back. You know what I mean? So anyhow, we're going to get to a whole different conversation. We got to go. So I'm going to do two more before we leave. Okay, so let's see. Protect your girls and defend them in their absence. Nothing says a true friend like the ones that protect you without even knowing it. That is like a big thing. So another one is be a great wing woman, always. If you see a guy worthy enough to be your best friend, or be worthy enough for your best friend, obviously work your magic and be that girlfriend. And number 15, always keep their secrets safe. That's obviously what friends are for.
I feel like nowadays it's so crazy because like when you and your friend break up, all of a sudden like
your whole business is on CP24.
Whole business out there, and it's just like, damn, I didn't know you were writing all this down to repeat it later.
But those to me are never your friends sometimes. You know what I mean? I feel like the ones that are really so quick to tell like your deepest, darkest secrets, you're not my girl. Because there's some secrets that I know about people that I would never bring up for the sake of the fact that like 100%. I don't need to. Like I have some girls that know some shit about me that I'm just like, please, Lord Jesus, I beg of you. And they haven't said anything. So, and from what I know, anyways, and it hasn't come back to me. So those to me, as much as Mina chat to you, I know you're still, you're ride or die with me. You know what I mean? Sure. And lastly, celebrate their successes like they're your own. Because why fucking not? Okay, that's your home girl. And we have so much more, but we can't do any more of these. We want to say, ladies, thank you so much for coming. You guys, we really appreciate it. I was very tardy. I'm not even saying you guys, I'm supposed to be here on time. Richie,
What's up?
You're awesome. So thanks for tuning in to Be Chic Not Bougie. I'm your host Alicia, alongside DJ Richie. Tune in again next week. Hopefully we'll bring in the guys, because I think we're gonna. Oh Lord, help my life. Oh Jesus, maybe we could do guy code. Is there a guy code?
Y'all better not attack my friend.
Oh, don't worry. You know I can hold it down. Y'all can come in if you want, but I'm gonna hold it down. So
is there a guy code like I find that
there's
guys,
like top 10 guy codes. Okay,
top 5.
We're gonna have like no. I want top 10. Whatever top 10 y'all can think of.
I don't think we got 10, but
Cause like even like
we don't have 10.
We're not as complex as y'all.
What is it? Ride for your bros.
Exactly. That's it.
Bros before hoes. Like
that's it. You put your ride for your guys, and that's it. Like that's it. You just ride with the team.
You're gonna be gay. That's what men need to be. Just be gay. Because what you gonna ride for your boys so hard? I don't get it. Anywho.
But you just said the same thing about girls, and it's supposed to be
because
cool.
we're girls. Yeah. So next week we'll probably we'll do that. I like to have like guy code. We'll bring some guys in, have some great topics and conversation, and see where that leads us. So tune in next week. See you then. Bye guys.